You know what? Screw it. I'm starting on the main menu today. I haven't really talked about it all that much, at least not since the first part. But man, the music in this game is really cool. This main theme is really great, actually. I've been really enjoying getting to hear it when I start the game up. It's cool. And then most of the other, well, it actually bounces between a lot of different things, because the combat tracks definitely have a lot of, they've got energy to them, but there's so much of it as well that's a lot of the, like, ambient stuff that's very reminiscent of Fallout, of course, Mark Morgan being the composer here. It's an interesting mix of things. And, like, there are the character themes that we got to hear a little bit of as well. There's a lot going on. Anyway. That's fine, but hey, we're here in Planescape Torment. Last time, we took a little bit of time to have a have a chin wag with the party, and you know, things happened. We learned some things about Anna here. She seems to find the smell of formaldehyde more invigorating than most would. You know, I don't want to say that there's definitely something wrong with her, but it's weird. I'm concerned. I'll just go with that. It's concerning. Anyway, we're here in the Alley of Lost Sighs or something. Is that right? Lingering Sighs, my bad. And apparently I died somewhere near here, so we're gonna go find out what that's all about. But before that, I'm gonna come into this person's... Oh, you look kind of dead there. Well, that's unfortunate. You see the dead body of Adabus. The stench of its decay is overpowering, and the looks of its rigid, unnatural posture, extreme rigor mortis, has long since set in. Okay, see if we can... Let's do some detective work. As you touch the corpse, a sudden shock passes through your body, and there's a stirring in the air. Like a wind has found its way into the building and is fighting to get free. You feel a strange, wrenching pain in your skull as if someone is hammering on it, sharply, desperately. Try and focus. Your vision goes black for a moment, and the hammering pain fades, until it sounds like it is coming from outside your skull. The darkness clears and you hear a hammering coming from outside the building. The entire building seems hazy somehow, confused as if you are seeing it through a mist. Oh man. Do we have post-cognition in this game? Is this a thing I'm just now learning? I mean, it ties into the memory thing. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Let's keep going. The hammering dies, and suddenly you see a spectral version of the Dabus entering the building. As it does, the windows and the doors become like water, suddenly sealing over the entrance the Dabus came through. The Dabus turns, pauses, then begins a slow circuit of the room, examining the walls and hammering on each one once, as if testing it. The Dabus completes its circuit of the room, then pauses by the door it once entered. It begins hammering, chipping away the stone, but with every blow the wall repairs itself. The vision fades to black, and the hammering continues, first at a steady pace, then slower, then slower. Your vision clears as the hammering ends, and you are once again standing beside the corpse of the Dabus. It looks as if it withered away here, trapped in the building.
I've learned some new tricks.
It got stuck in here? Well, we're not stuck in here. Why did that happen? That's weird. Huh. Alright. Oh, there wasn't much to find. Why did I just get a quote from Anna that sounded like she got a level up, but she doesn't have a level up?
Aye?
That's weird. This dark recess descends for a few feet before ending abruptly in a solid rock face. Okay, guess we're not going that way. This dilapidated structure seems on the verge of collapse. Several boards have recently been nailed into place to reinforce the sagging building. Okay. Not sure why I really needed to know about that. Is this accessible in any way? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Guess this is it. So this alley... Oh. Is this pre-rendered? Probably, because it's very small in the frame. It's a place I found you lying right where we stand. Okay. Huh. Well, that's odd. You stare in awe at the bizarre spectacle before you. What had appeared to be an ordinary, unremarkable bricked wall now throbs and pulsates with movement. The wall expands with a curious elasticity, heaving outward as if some unseen force were trying to push its way through the barrier from the other side. Slowly, the undulating mass begins to settle, its curves becoming more and more pronounced, and you find yourself at eye level with the stony caricature of a human face. What is that? I don't know. Hannah stares at the face in disbelief, her hands nervously fingering her daggers. But I'm for leaving before we find out, aye? Not just yet. There's something... Suddenly a strong breeze begins to blow around you, and the air is filled with an eerie sighing. The rushing wind grows stronger, and you can make out other sounds as well. The creaking of boards, the rustling of leaves, and the grinding of stone upon stone. After a few moments, the clamor ceases to be a cacophony of individual noises and begins to blend into one articulate sound. You can make out a voice that speaks softly. It seems to come all around you at once. You? It cannot be you. Also, what the hell's... Hang on, I just need to... What happened to the frame? Why is this a bug? I have to assume it is. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna focus on that. Do you know me? The wind around you has stopped, but the voice is still somehow present. You are restored again. I saw you destroyed. Destroyed? Where? I saw you destroyed here, in front of me. I see all within me. You know what happened to me? Things that cast no shadow were shadow. They rose around you, tore you down. Do you not remember? You concentrate on the strange voice composed of sounds around you. Somewhere in the deepest recesses of your mind, there's a brief glimmer of recollection. You feel as though there's something vaguely familiar about the sounds. Oh, okay. I think I'm sort of... So, those things, those weird, floaty, spectral, whatever the hells, we saw them, like, at the start of the game, briefly, I believe? And then we also just saw them, I think, kill Farad. Oh no, how terrible. I guess those are the things that are hunting me? My killer? It seemed to be killer singular in the diary entry that we read, though. Okay. Well, related to it at least. Interesting. Close your eyes and try to remember. Okay, yeah, this thing. Right. Yes, these guys. Well. That seems, inconvenient for a number of reasons. Yes, you remember. The voice of the alley rings in your ears, scattering the images from your mind and returning you back to the present. Destroyed as soon as I shall be. I cannot delay division much longer. Pressure builds. Soon stones will crumble and the floating ones will repair me to destruction. You're dying? Pressure is too much. Too many places folded inside. Not enough space. Must divide. Divide? Must be in the way. What are you talking about? I think it's pregnant. Oh. Freaky. So, where are we technically standing right now? I really don't want to know the answer to that more. The voice continues. Help me to divide, branch out, expand. New apertures will open. You may use them to travel to the lower ward. Oh, okay. That sounds helpful. What do you need to divide? The floating one is upon me, repairing. It prevents me from dividing. I undo its repairs, but it returns again and again. Repairs anew. Must remove floating one. You want me to kill the Daubus in the alley? Remove it. Only then can I divide. Very well, I'll remove the Daubus for you.
All right.
Okay, I guess maybe the reason the frame looks like this is it's just a very small screen. Okay, so it's not really a bug, but... Whoops. As you approach the stone face, the various ambient sounds of the alley once again assault your ears, and through them the voice speaks. You have returned. Yeah, I'm working on it, okay? Yeah, I mean, I did notice there was a Daubus running around in here, so... Hey, you. You see a Daubus. It is dressed in long flowing robes and is floating slightly above the ground. Aye. It turns to face you, and a series of symbols appear around its head. I must attend to my duties. No time to speak. I understand. I just thought you should know that I discovered the body of a Daubus in this alley. The Daubus cocks its head slightly to one side. A number of symbols stream above its head, most of which indicate surprise and distress rather than words. Dead? Where? Lies in the abandoned building not far from here. It looks as though it got trapped inside somehow. Oh, I see. I could lie. I don't know how it died, and then it goes in there and gets trapped and dies, I guess. I mean, maybe, yeah, maybe it was the alley itself that removed the entrance or exit from the dwelling, because it was trying to get rid of the Daubus. Huh. Well, that would be kind of a shitty thing to do, but also I guess I kind of need to. I mean, maybe there's some way I can do this without killing this guy? I don't know. We'll just go with the truth. Looks like it got trapped inside somehow. The Daubus stares at you briefly, then bows slightly and floats off in the direction of the abandoned building. Okay, well it's still going to go in there anyway. Maybe that'll do? I don't know. You have returned. I spoke with the Daubus. I told him about his dead brethren, and he left to investigate.
My journal.
Yes, the floating one no longer repairs. It is now with the other. I have closed myself around it. It remains inside me forever. Oh, well, that's kind of mean. I see. Now that it is trapped, you can divide without interference, right? Still cannot divide. Too weak. Cannot undo floating one's repairs. Its changes must be reversed before I can divide. You must undo the floating one's repairs for me. You want me to undo the Daubus's changes? How? Seek out the parts of me floating one has changed. Reverse the changes. Undo the repairs. Must be exact. Precise. Only then can I divide. Okay. Find and reverse the repairs for you. I'll probably need some tools. Hammer and pry bar should do the trick. God damn it. I'm not carrying the pry bar anymore. I dropped it somewhere. I think I did see another one somewhere around here recently that I also didn't pick up. It was back in the tenement. And there was a hammer on the Daubus's body. Okay, hang on. I can still figure this out. Door is locked. Really? Okay. Can't go back in there. Son of a bitch. Well, Oh, right. Whoops. Shit. I mean, oh my god. This just got a lot more inconvenient. Hang on. Fucking.
Done.
I'm just gonna load my save and pick up the hammer here, if it's all the same to you.
Done.
Come on. What the fuck? Look at the thing! Why is this so hard? There you go. It did say, hey, she did level up. Wait, it says she leveled up, but she's not leveled up. What the fuck? Oh, there it is. Why couldn't I see that before? Okay, whatever. Take your thief level, I guess. Yeah, we're just like clearly in view here. There's not much I can do about that, is there? Yeah, okay, whatever. We're just running. Wow, that's a lot of them. Shit. Where was it? There it is. Okay, I found it. Oh, I probably shouldn't have gone that way. Well, it's fine.
Getting into
The fiendling?
Oh, she died. Whoops.
Done.
Everything's fine.
In my journal.
Okay, so, I have the tools now. I don't know. what I need to do with them exactly, but whatever. Maybe this interaction point was the thing? Examine the structure more closely. It appears as if the Daubus was in the process of repairing this building. Several newer and sturdier boards have been nailed into place over the old ones. With the right tool, it may be possible to reverse the repairs. Use the pry bar to loosen the boards. One by one, you pry loose the fresh boards from the face of the building. As the last board comes free, the building emits a loud groan as its weight shifts unsteadily upon its now unsupported frame. Okay. Is that it? I assume I also need to use this hammer on something, I guess this thing over here. This rickety dwelling looks as though it has stood for centuries. Its wooden walls are weathered and worn with age. A number of planks on the side of the structure appear to have been recently pried loose. Examine. It appears as though the Daubus is attempting to tear down this ancient structure. Several boards are loose upon the building's frame, their nails nearly pried all the way out, so hammer them back in. You hammer the boards neatly back into place. Taking a step back to examine your handiwork, you notice that, strangely enough, the building no longer appears quite as old as it did at first glance. Okay, and I think that's it? Hopefully? As you approach the stone face, the various ambient sounds assault your ears. You have returned. I reversed the repairs as you have asked. Yes, all is in order. I am grateful. Again, the wind begins to blow around you, this time with fierce intensity. The omnipresent sounds of the alley begin to increase in volume until the soft murmur of the voice is nearly drowned out by the ensuing racket. Now you must go. Division begins. The way is now open to you.
Updated.
Farewell, then. The stone face before you begins to transform once again, its mass shifting and roiling as you look on. The entire wall seems to melt before your eyes, exposing a narrow passageway beyond. The ground underfoot suddenly begins to rock violently, and the soft sighing of the wind intensifies to a more urgent, almost human-like moaning. You can hear the sounds of crashing stones and snapping boards all around you as you dash into the passageway.
Updated my journal.
It's time to fucking go. Sigel's a weird place.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
That's good. Dakon leveled up, guys. Don't worry. You there, sir? You look like you might be interested in some fine clothes. You talking to me?
Is this the one? It's a skull, ain't it? That's what he wants. Grab it. Hey, let go. Let go. Help! Help!
Oh no, Mort's been kidnapped. Well, shit. Oh well, I mean, he wasn't really that much help anyway. Oh, I guess I should probably try to find him. Bleh.
My lungs feel like a chimney.
Right, you are in kind of rough shape. Sorry about that. So does that mean if I want to get back to the other area, I need to, like, go back through that whole stupid room with the million fucking dickheads in it? That sounds annoying. Oh, cool, and I guess Mort dropped all this shit on the ground. Damn it, oh, I was carrying a bunch of stuff, fuck. Oh, and fuck. Oh my god, I just realized that fucking when Anna died, she dropped all her shit on the ground. Oh my god. It's in the room with the million guys. Fuck. Really? Oh my god. What am I supposed to do about that? Well, I mean, I need to pick that stuff up. Like, she had some things. I don't remember what she had, but I want it. But how am I supposed to? I can't fight all those guys. I can't sneak into that room from this side of the area because they see me the instant I enter the door. And I can't sneak through a loading zone, and fucking Dakon over here can't sneak at all, and I can't leave him behind. What the hell? Fuck. Oh my god. What a stupid waste of my time. Damn it, I have to go back again. Shit. Okay, let me just do all this shit again. There's no way to like just tell party members to like, hey, wait the fuck here, and you know.
You, Chief.
Okay, no, it doesn't seem like it. Shit. Okay, I just have to do this, but in a way that
All right.
doesn't fucking get everyone killed.
Done.
Uh-oh.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong. I shall serve.
Run for it, guys.
I'm gone.
Open the thing. Shit, hang on. Oh, fuck. Character's too far away. I didn't plan this through properly. Fuck. Okay, okay. Oh my god. Move some of this shit around. Okay, so clicking on the container was bad because only the main character went over there, and I want everyone to go. Fucking go! Okay. And they get bored and stop following us. I pick up the pry bar. I'm gonna go over here. And then... Is this even gonna work? Whatever. I'm just gonna try to sneak back to the door.
Shadows.
Although apparently, when you open a door, it makes it so people can see you. But whatever, let's just fucking go. Not you guys.
Serve.
Okay, that's fine. And only one person needs to use the area transition. So
I'm gone.
that worked. I got the fucking pry bar. I gotta get the hammer. I gotta do all this shit again. Hang on. Oh, hey. Wait, can you walk over here? Allegedly? But you can't access it from here. Oh, you can... Wait. No, what? Okay, I don't understand. Whatever. Oh, I gotta do this again. Wee. Okay. I'm back. God damn it. That was annoying. Everything's fine. Okay.
I'm gone.
Alright, we've arrived in the lower ward, apparently. Which is over here. I don't know how this works, but I guess space is convoluted or whatever. Let's talk to this guy. He looks like fun. You see a harmonium officer. He gives you a bored look as you approach. Hello. He gives you a bored look. Again. Greetings, citizen. Measure 3 Vorten at your service. I have some questions. He sighs. I don't mean to be rude, but I am on duty and have no time for questions. He pauses. If you would like information, go talk to Ebb Creeknees. Okay. I have in fact already talked to him. You see a middle-aged man wearing dusty clothes. He does not appear to be in the best of health. His skin is pale yellow, and you see an occasional pustule along his arms. Hello. He turns and glances at you from behind hollow eyes. His eyes narrow in suspicion as he continues to glance around. What'd you want? His voice is raspy. Oh, my bad. What'd you want? I have some questions. He turns his attention to you. Why are you bothering me for? I look a part of a tout. You're available? He looks at you and snorts. Lucky me. Now get! Don't got time for this. He turns away. Okay then. Great. Fantastic. Lovely. Purpose of this device is unknown. It appears to be some sort of drawbridge-like contraption, but it doesn't go anywhere? That is weird, isn't it? Who's this guy? You see an older man in elegant robes. He has bright eyes and a warm smile. He gives you a slight bow as you approach. Good day, Cutter. I'm Sebastian. How may I serve you? Greetings. Greetings to you as well, Cutter. He stops in mid-sentence as he notices your scars. You see his eyes travel along them, and his eyebrows arch in surprise. He returns his gaze to you. I was about to ask what I could do for you, but there's no need. I think I see why you came to see me, Cutter. What, are you just trying to say you can help me with these scars? He smiles at you and shrugs his shoulders. Perhaps, Cutter, perhaps. He leans forward and begins to examine your scars carefully. He runs a finger along several of them, mumbling to himself. Finally, he looks up at you. Yes, Kara, I can help you. I cannot cure you, but I can alleviate the worst of your condition. And your price? Ah, yes, the price. He begins stroking his chin and stares at you. You get the impression you're being weighed somehow. He seems to come to some sort of a decision. I have a job that I think you could perform. Go on. I have signed a contract with a certain creature. I am no longer able to fulfill the contract. It is beyond my abilities. However, the creature will not release me from the contract. Instead, it has threatened me with death unless I fulfill the contract. Let me guess, you want me to solve this problem for you? He sighs. Yes, I cannot do it myself. My reputation demands that I fulfill the contract or face the consequences. I'm at your mercy in this regard. Will you help me? Yeah, because his reputation obviously wouldn't be affected by him hiring somebody else to annul the contract via force. What kind of creature are we talking about? An Abishai named Grosuk Cutter. He pauses to gauge your reaction. I know this is a difficult task, but one I think you can handle. So the reward I offer you is great. He gestures at your scar. What were you contracted to do? He shakes his head. I cannot reveal that information, Cutter. I am magically bound not to. That is why people come to me. They know that if I accept a contract, it will be handled with discretion. I see. An interesting proposal. He looks at you hopefully. Will you do it, Cutter? I don't even really care about the scars, so I don't know. Well, I mean, it's a quest though, and this is an RPG, and you do quests, right? Like that's. I can just take it and then just not complete it. It's fine. Yeah, give me the details. He smiles at you and gives a sigh of relief. Thank you, Kara. The creature's an Abishai named Grosuk. You will need a magic weapon to cause it any harm, so check with some of the shops if you do not own one. A spellcaster can harm it as well. Grosuk can be found to the east, beyond the siege tower. Siege tower? Yes, over beyond the market. Damn thing just appeared one day several years back. No one knows why, and no one seems to be able to get inside to find out. I see. I had some other questions. His smile broadens as he gives you a slight bow. Ask away, Kara. Who are you? I'm Sebastian, a mage of sorts. I do contract work for those who can meet my price. What kind of work? He gives you a slight smile and then shrugs his shoulders. Confidential work, Cutter. Known for my discretion in getting deeds done. People come to me with quests. If I can perform them, I do so. If I cannot, I don't. In either case, I keep silent. You hesitate to use the word mage. Why? He nods his head. Yes, I am not a mage, Cutter, but I can perform the art in my own way. I have forsaken the normal studies of magic and followed my own path. He pauses and shrugs his shoulders. It is easier to call me a mage than to argue the point. Okay. Where are we? He gives you a quizzical look. You mean this market or this ward of Sigil? Yes. The market? This is a common market, Cutter. There are many things for sale here. Spells, potions, information, women, men. Just about anything if you can afford the price. And this ward. This is the lower ward, Cutter, home of the common people and the industrial side of Sigil. It's not the slums of the hive, yet it holds no splendor such as the ladies' ward. Why is it called the lower ward? He lets out a short laugh and shrugs his shoulders. That depends on your point of view, Cutter. The rich say it's because it's the home of the common or lower classes. If you ask those who live here, it's because of the portals and the incident. The incident. Yes, he frowns as he pauses to think. A long time ago, this was known as the Prime Ward. People new to the city were placed here, and not allowed access to all of Sigil. There were many other restrictions placed upon them as well. Some Burke took offense to that and decided to form a rebellion. It went nowhere, of course, until he made a fascinating discovery. You see, there are a lot of portals in this area of the city, and most of them open into the lower planes. Well, that balmy Burke found a way to open them all at once. He allowed anything that wanted to come through the portals into the city. It became quite bloody. A terrible war ensued. Anyway, that's why this is known as the lower ward, because of the portals. Sebastian, how did this person open all the gates? He used an item that he either had commissioned or made himself. What was it called? He pauses to think for a moment. I remember. The shadow sorcelled key. At the mention of the key, you begin to feel dizzy. The world around you freezes and everything turns gray. You sense a past memory trying to force its way into your consciousness. Relax and let it come.
Updated my journal.
The world around you fades, and you find yourself in the darkened streets of Sigil. Your heart is pounding, trying to break free from your chest. Your breath comes in ragged gasps. You've been running for hours, it seems, and yet you cannot stop. You turn a corner and enter an alley, finally slowing your flight. You feel your strength fade as you lean against a nearby wall to try to catch your breath. You become aware of something hard pressed into the palm of your hand. Glancing down, you open your clenched fist to stare at the gem embedded in the flesh. Your body sags toward the wall until your forehead touches its cold, damp surface. Your eyes close, and you force yourself to take slow, deep breaths. Just as you feel your strength returning, you hear a faint noise and instantly snap to full awareness. You turn to look toward the alley mouth. At first you see nothing, just ghost visions caused by the shadows of the night. You're about to turn away when a slight movement catches your eye. Slowly, a female form glides around the corner, pauses, then turns to face you. Your eyes travel from her slender waist toward her full bosom, and then her blade-enshrouded face. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh. Even in the darkness, you can see her cold, emotionless eyes. The memory fades, and your normal vision returns. You're standing before Sebastian in the market. He is looking at you with some concern, but this passes when he sees that you are all right. Thought I lost you for a moment there, Cutter. This is something that... This is a memory? Shadow Sorcelled Key. Gem embedded in the flesh. Is that the key? Or is it just a related memory? Did I do that? Is that possible? I seem to have had an encounter with the Lady of Pain, which, I can't imagine went well, you know? What became of this Shadow Sorcelled Key? He shrugs his shoulders. No one knows. Key has been lost for some time now. Many believe the Lady of Pain took the key to prevent it from ever being used again. What was the outcome of the rebellion? He thinks for a moment. Well, everyone except the leader was given pages in the dead book. Leader and the creatures just up and vanished one day. Surely the lady's work. Survivors fled the ward. The fumes of the lower plains had polluted the air, you see. Anyway, the ward remained deserted until the foundry was eventually built. What about this foundry? He frowns. It's the home of the Godsmen, Cutter. If you have any questions regarding them, I suggest you go to the foundry and ask them. Okay. What's going on around here? He looks at you suspiciously. What do you mean, Cutter? He looks around and spreads his arm as if to encompass the whole ward. Life, Cutter. Life as usual. Nothing more. Okay then. I had a talking skull and he was kidnapped. Can you help me? He stares at you for some time before answering. A skull. Well, if I were to hazard a guess, I would say that your skull is now in the possession of the Master of the Bones, which means you should get yourself another skull, Cutter. What is this Master of Bones? He frowns and glances about for a moment. His name is Lothar, and he does not appreciate the attention of others. I know nothing of him, and can answer no questions about him. You can actually see a hint of fear in his eyes. Let us speak of another subject, Cutter. Where can I find him? He glances about nervously. A ruined house somewhere in this ward leads to his domain. I know nothing more. You can actually see the hint of fear in his eyes. Speak of another subject. Okay then. Guess I'm out of here. One more NPC? We'll do one more NPC as a treat. Oh, also I guess, Dakon got a level. Hooray. It was a fighter level. It wasn't very interesting. You see a pretty young woman in fine clothes. Her skin lacks the usual yellow tint of the inhabitants of this ward. She appears to be watching three nearby creatures with interest. Hello. She turns to face you, and an annoyed look crosses her face. Yes, what do you want? I have some questions. Fine. She looks irritated. Who are you? My name is Xanthia. She looks you up and down, then frowns. Is there something else you want? What are you doing here? There's going to be a fight, and I want to see it. She smiles wickedly. It should be interesting. A fight? Yes, see the three Thuckala over there? She points to the three hulking creatures with rippling muscles. They're going to try to kill an Abishai. She snorts stupid oaths. I've heard of something called an Abishai. What exactly is it? It's a lower plains creature, a Batezu, I think. She frowns in thought. In any case, Abishai have nasty dispositions, sharp claws, and can cast spells. Very formidable. The Thuckala look like they can take care of themselves. Normally, I would say yes. Thuckala are very powerful warriors. She smiles slyly and leans in to whisper to you. However, I know something they don't. What might that be? Abishai can only be hurt by magic, she snickers. The Thokala will be slaughtered, I have no doubt of it. She straightens up and watches the Thokala eagerly. How do you know that? She gives you an annoyed look. My husband's very high up in the Harmonium. Harmonium guards are trained to deal with creatures such as an Abishai. She looks away. That's how I know. My husband told me. Why don't you warn the Thokala? Why should I do that? She smiles evilly. I'm the one who suggested the fight. Why? My husband tries to better his social standing with his underlings by drinking with them in the local taverns. Last evening, he forced me to just such an occasion. These three oafs were there, boasting of their prowess as warriors. It was obvious they were in a drunken stupor. When they decided to leave, one of them tripped and fell into the table I was sitting at. She pauses. Okay. She frowns angrily. Most of the drinks at the table spilled into my lap and ruined a very expensive evening gown. So while the cretin was trying to apologize, I whispered to him that I only accepted the apology of a warrior of stature. If he were truly such a warrior, he'd be able to defeat an Abishai in hand-to-hand combat. You're gonna get them killed because they ruined a dress?
Dated my journal.
You obviously do not understand the intricacies behind the situation. She looks at you like you're an idiot child. I was embarrassed and humiliated in front of my husband and his underlings. She looks angry. Okay then. I guess I had some other questions. What can you tell me about this ward? Nothing. She looks about with distaste. Were it not for the fight, I would not be caught dead here. Okay. Alright, well, you know what? That was gonna be the end of the episode, but I feel obligated to, raise the alarm on this one. Let's see, should I talk to Zerb, Gort, or Thorp? Wow, these names are amazing. I like the look of Zerb here. Let's have the words. The huge creature stands over 9 feet tall. Rippling muscles support its massive frame. It seems to be engaged in conversation with 2 similar creatures next to it. Hello. He turns at your greeting and begins to look about. After a moment, he looks down and notices you. A look of confusion crosses his features. What you want of Zerb? I have some questions. He gives you an apologetic look and shakes his head. Zerb not speak language well. Sorry, you talk Thorp. He gestures one of the creatures next to him. Okay, Thorp it is. Hello. What's up? He looks down at you and gives a friendly smile. What you want, Smalley? I have some questions. You got questions? Maybe Thorp got answer. He smiles at you. Oh, they seem nice. Who are you? He smacks himself in the chest with a thunderous blow. Thorp! He raises his arms above his head and shakes his fists at the sky. Mighty warriors, Thorp! All Thokala are mighty warriors. He places his fists on his hips and glares at you. Who you? I don't remember my name. He nods at you as he examines your scars. You got mighty scars. You must be great warrior, like Thorp. He frowns and nods wisely. You got hit on head too many time. Not remember name. Someday it'd come back. I love this guy. Oh, I don't want them to get killed by an Abishai. We gotta warn them. What are you doing here? He barks out a laugh and smiles at you. Thorp here with friends. He gestures at the nearby Thokala. We gonna barsh a flying lizard. He lets out a roar and begins to pound his chest with fists the size of hams. A flying lizard? He nods his head, then begins to make crawling motions. Lizard, you know, but it fly. He begins to flap his arms like a huge misshapen bird. Eventually he settles down and looks at you expectantly. You mean a dragon? He snorts and raises to his full height. Thorp good, but he not that good. Someday Thorp want a barsh dragon. He stares off into the distance with a longing expression, then sighs. But this not that day. Well, if it's not a dragon you're talking about, then what is it? Thorp not remember what Xanthia call it. He pauses to think. A lizard, tall as Thorp, walk on back legs, got wings, got claws, red in color. Think she say they called Abishai? He pauses, then shrugs. I've heard of something called an Abishai. Is that what you mean?
My journal.
His eyes light up and he gives you a joyful smile as he nods his head. Yes, Abishai! Flying lizard. Thorp and friends barsh real good. Thorp be warrior of stature then. Xanthia accept apology. I mean, we already got this part of the story. I kind of just want to hear it from Thorp. I like him. What's this about Xanthia and an apology?
Thorp take friends to tavern last night. Thorp gets stinking drunk, fall on Xanthia's table, spill drinks all over her.
He looks embarrassed.
Xanthia says she not accept apology unless Thorp be warrior of stature.
So killing an Abishai is supposed to give you stature?
Journal.
He shrugs.
Xanthia say so, Thorp not know.
I see. What can you tell me about this ward? He stares at you for a moment, then shrugs.
Thorp not know. Thorp new here.
He gives you a childish smile.
Thorp here for fun.
Yes, you're going to Barsh and Abishai. He smiles and nods at you enthusiastically.
That right, Thorp and friends Barsh.
I see. I talked to Xanthia. She said you're going to fight an Abishai? He smiles and nods at you enthusiastically.
That right, Thorp and friends Barsh.
Warn Thorp. I've learned that Abishai can only be hurt by magic weapons.
My journal.
It gives you a worried look.
Need magic? How you know?
Well, I mean, to be fair, we just heard the same thing from Sebastian, right? So, it's technically not lying to say it wasn't Xanthia that said it. Although, I don't know, I kind of want to rat her out, because she sucks! I talked to Xanthia, she told me. He seems confused at first, then a look of realization appears on his face.
Xanthia played Thorp for a coney. She lie, try to get Thorp and friends dead.
I'm afraid so, Thorp. He nods.
Xanthia not deserve apology. Thorp free from debt to her.
Yes, you are free of your debt.
Thorp, thank you. You saved life. You saved life of friends.
He turns to the other Thokola and speaks to them hurriedly. After a moment, all three bow to you, and each hands you a pouch of coins. Hey. He smiles.
You good friend. You deserve.
600 coppers. I must be going. Farewell. I'm just gonna not talk to this idiot again. Well, I don't know. I kind of want to rub it in her face because it's funny. She'll probably be all, like, snippy with me, but, you know. Well, again, she kind of seems like she sucks. So I guess that's fine. Yeah, I'd tell her to go fuck herself. You see Xanthia. She gives you a look filled with hatred. You warned the brute, didn't you? Yeah, I did what I felt was right. She nods her head slowly. I will not forget this insult. Good day to you. She turns and leaves. I probably shouldn't have done that. But, fuck her. Fuck you. Go to hell. Alright. That was the episode. Did you like it? I made some friends. Zerb, Gort, and Thorp. These are the nicest people I've met in this whole town so far. Oh man. Alright. Next time, more exploring, and I guess maybe we'll try to find more. I guess we could look for him, I suppose. It'd be nice to find somewhere to rest as well, like shit. Or get healed or whatever. Next time. Oh, we got a whole new war to explore. I'll see you then.